Well, we're back for another day of cutting parts, doing whatever. I should uh, I should have it ready to go, being glued together tonight. So what I've done so far is I've cut the doublers. Now you'll notice how this works. That this is the part that keys into the wing, into the leading edge. So the ribs on the outside glue onto this, and that's what makes that solid. So what I'm working on now is firewalls or bulkheads or whatever you want to call them. Here's the two doublers. Now this wood here is 1/8 inch. Hey Steve, 1/8 inch sea grain balsa wood. It is hard as a rock. It might as well be light ply, but it's lighter than light ply. And they're made exact. So now, as far as the crutch goes, I showed you guys yesterday the preparation of the crutch. This is a 3/16 top piece that keeps you from grinding into the motor mounts as you round the nose. So you're setting the engine down 3/16 of an inch from the datum line. Let's see here. We don't want this here. This is the filler. The filler here between the two pieces. No, that's not what holds the thing together. Let's do this. What is right? Fence on it. So I know. That filler goes between the two, and then you got that piece that I made yesterday that slides into the motor mounts. So as I stated, and as I'm making now, is the bulkheads that go between these motor mounts. I was looking for my phenolic. I can't seem to find the phenolic for the engine pads. I don't know what I did with it. I thought it was right there. Doesn't look like it's there anymore. Oh yeah, it is. It's a piece of 1/8 inch phenolic that will cut into 3/8 by 2 inch for the engine pads. I don't have any aluminum, which phenolic I've used many times. That's what's in the Caramba. It's phenolic. So what I'm doing now is setting up the height of the cutouts for the firewall, and make these cuts tight. You want all this stuff to fit together super good. You know, pretend you're a Japanese, I don't even know what they call them Yashimoto joinery videos. So you want to leave the line on and file. And what I've done to make this easy to get the right size bulkhead is I cut a long piece. We don't know how long we're going to need it, so I cut it, I don't know, 6-8 inches long. We're going to put this piece into here, then put the fuselage up, make a mark, and then cut it off. And I'll do the same for the front now. So this is the correct width. You sand it right to the width of the motor mount. And then I sand the ends square. So you got two square ends. So this one's going to go this way and this one's going to go this way. And then we'll cut them off. So nothing's glued together yet. It's all just speculative because we want everything perfectly square. And by the way, this engine crutch weighs 1.9 ounces built like this. The whole thing here. Let's see here. Yep, 1.9 ounces. Or 54 grams. Normally, this part is 3 ounces. What's the purpose of the engine pad? Two purposes. First off, I'm going to sand. When I get this all put together, I'm going to sand off that much of the motor mount and place a piece of 64th plywood on that. Well, that doesn't raise the tank enough. So if you add 1/8 of an inch, you have 3/16 tank shim area. And that's kind of important. To get a consistent engine run, upright and inverted, being able to shim the tank. But I won't get those cut till I go out in the garage and get my table saw going. So we'll do that in the second hour. I'm just going to finish cutting the parts here. And then I'll go out in the garage and I'll cut those motor pads. And I'll come back for a second round. And we'll put it together. So by the end of the day, I'll have a fuselage. Now, I'd like to try to keep all of this business, the top, bottom, block, fuselage, sides, and everything, under 9 ounces. That's ideal. Whether I can achieve that, I don't know, with the wood I got. The smaller planes are 7 ounces. The bigger planes are 9. Okay, let's cut this. Cut and file. I need to get a third. I got a third camera. It's just this is wrong. I can tell already. But we'll go ahead and this is not deep enough. I can tell it's only ½ inch deep. I want it to go all the way to the spacer at the top. No, maybe it is right. Not tight enough though. Damn. So try again. Shit. Even though I left the line on, it's still too loose. Ain't right. It ain't right. Let me see. We'll redo this. It ain't right. So let's do it this way. Try again. I was trying to be too precise. I just got to roll with the flow. Leave the line on now. Spark, leave it on. Don't cut it off. Okay, try again. Let's see what happens. I hope I don't have to do that again. That's more better. Okay, you got to sand a little bit. You don't want to glue this piece on until after the blind nuts are in. I'm going to capture the blind nuts with the top piece. I mean, there's a lot of rigmarole in all this, but I think it's for the weight savings, for the ounce weight savings, I really think it's worth it. Okay, so we got this side done. Hmm. Everything keys together. That's the whole secret behind this this setup. I could go one step further and make this tang a little longer and have it key into the top piece. And I have done that in the past, but I'm not an engineer. I don't know if that's overkill or whatever. Okay, that looks good. Come on, you. Now, if I could do CAD or whatever, I could make this key into that, but I think a butt joint will suffice. Okay. So this keys into the cowl hold down bolt. Come on now. Now, with any luck, that should be square. And it will be lucky. We'll see. It's a 32nd. Yeah. It's a little bit off. That's not right on the pencil, so we'll cut it big and sand it to shape. I mean, it's probably close enough. This front one's a difficult one because it's in an angle. So this is the square side right here. And I'll hit this on this sander real quick and bring it to the line. Okay, we got the bulkhead here. Now, in order to keep these parallel, we'll use this bulkhead to mark this bulkhead. Close enough. How perfect is perfect? Okay, let's cut the notches here and see if we can get away with it doing it the first time. We'll see. Leave the line on, Spark. It's hard to believe after being home now for a year that I built all those airplanes in Dayton with no power tools, all by hand. Okay, sand it to shape. Wow, I got a long ways to go. I used to say we're not building a watch, but I'm going to build this airplane with the precision of a watch. With the availability of wood, it may be my last stunt ship that I build out of wood. Danny, if you're in the chair, I tried to call you today, but you weren't available. That means you didn't have your phone with you. Come on, you. Know what I could do? I could get an F clamp. Clamp it there. Hold it together. You motherfucker. There it is. Things that make you go, No. Thanks, Wayne. Why is that different? What's the story? I'd like this to fit perfect, and all this fiddling is because it's not a CAD model. It's a CAD model. It's cardboard aided. Good afternoon. So this needs to go back like that. That needs to go back. This needs to go back. Yeah, you bitch. A lot of fiddling to make this perfect. But when I do this afternoon, I want to just be able to put it together and have all the parts fit perfectly. There we go. That looks better. on you. Okay. Now, why is that off like that? Damn. I mean, I probably could just glue it and not worry about marking it, but I really want it to be perfect. That looks good. Now this side is off. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to lock this in extra good. Well, we're just going to have to be the happy medium, I guess. As long as this is right. Yeah, it's close enough. All right, let's mark it. Ah, yeah, bitch. God damn. Get it right where I want it, and then it slips. Oh, but it's better. Okay. There we go. It just didn't want to stay. And it'll stay when I glue it, but okay, I think I had that. Yeah, I do have that piece right there. We're going to use a laser cut piece for a different airplane to give me a nice flow through here. I don't remember what airplane this is for, but it wouldn't work on this airplane. But we'll make it work. So let's do this. Design on the fly. It's laser cut and it ain't even straight. What the hell kind of deal is that? I'll turn it this way. That's sad. That is sad. Okay, let's cut this out now. Okie dokie. Now this is 7-ply plywood, not light ply. I'll sand this with the Dremel a little bit. Now I've built airplanes like this without this piece, where there's just a stick going across the separator. And it does work. However, when you paint this thing, your fuselage will become squishy here. So you want this F1 bulkhead to go all the way to the top. I've tried just about everything that I can get away with. Less wood, less wood, less wood. And you know, you got to have some wood, some support in key areas. And the nose is one of them. looks to me like I've got this off a little bit. I need to get a tank to sit in there and see. Might as well go ahead and notch that. And I need a 3/4 extension. Make sure we got this set back for it. It looks to me like I need to move this exhaust stack just back just a tad. Let's see, I can move this out so it can sit flat. Flatter. Yeah, it's got to go back. Or forward. So this cut needs to be right there. We need to notch some more out of that or move it forward. But I want to make sure to have my, I don't want the nose too short. I think I'll build this box first. We'll get this box built and then I can move the motor around. Looks to me like I've moved the tank back farther than I normally do, and I have a 1/2 inch of play. So actually, let's see here. Actually, this needs to go there. And it's close. Because you want the brake for the needle valve right there. And the tank box, yeah, I missed it by a 1/4 inch. That gets cut off right there. Let's see, we're inverted, so you want the motor canted that way. Yeah, I got plenty. Yeah, I can move this forward. Move this forward to right there and chop them off. So I missed that by 1/2 inch, which is not a big deal at this state. So I got to add a 1/2 inch to that and make a new piece here 1/2 inch longer. Okay. Best to find these things out now than wait. So I missed this by a 1/4 inch. And missed the length of the top piece by a 1/2 inch. Like I say, I'd rather find out now than get the airplane together and go, oh shit. Now I got to add nose weight. Okay, so that goes there. This is going to go here. Yep, I missed it by that much. Not good, but I mean, like I say, it's better now than down the road. Okay, that's where the 2 bulkheads go. And I can, now that I'm doing it this way, I can open up with a fuel line before I get it together. You normally, because I'm not thinking that far ahead, end up having to get a long drill bit and drill into the fuel line to pass through. But because I'm doing all this now, I can cut it in with a jigsaw. So we got this. This can get cut off there. This one. This one can get cut off here. Won't bother to cut them. We'll just sand them. It'll take like 2 seconds. Okay. Wait, this. We need the filler a half inch longer. That's what it is. Not the top, the filler. I'm gonna drive myself nuts here, trying to figure all this out so that it'll go together quickly. This goes forward. Well, you guys get the drift. I'm trying to figure all this out before I put any glue on it so that it just falls together. I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, so we have this forward right there. We can sand that a little bit more. And the filler needs to be half inch longer. So I missed by a half inch. Don't know how that happened. And the outside fuselage is kind of immaterial. You just sand that to the inside. I don't have to add any to the outside. I need to take away from the inside. To be taken away from the outside too. So we can drill this hole right there, right now. And I won't have to deal with it after it's together. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drill this hole and I'm going to go out to the garage and cut my motor pads. And when I come back, I'm going to say in an hour, I will say 2 hours at 5 o'clock, we'll glue all this shit together because I'll have it all figured out. Let me drill that hole. And normally I end up doing this when the model's together because I forget it. And it's not really any good. It's not a good way to do it. Yeah, we'll make it a 5/16. And we can use this piece for the filler. Got to add a half to this and a half to the other piece. So we're not going to drill that. We'll chunked it out anyway. Chunked it out anyway. Where's my box? There it is. And there's a teardrop. Looks to me like I'm going to have to clean up my burrs. I won't do that now, though. I'll just use it. Trying to make it too perfect. Of course, if you listen to my dad, no such thing as too perfect. Okay, we'll clean up the edges on that and we'll call it a day. Call it a video. We need to put the good stuff in this box here. And the crap over here. Put this over here. Yep, I need to clean this one out. I'll put that one down here. Put this one in here. I'm only putting this much effort into this airplane like I did my Thunderbolt. First off, I want to see if I can do it. And second off, I'm not pressed. I don't need any airplanes to fly. I got plenty. So I should be able to have at least one model turn out spectacular again like the Monado did. The Monado and the Thunderbolt turned out spectacular. Not too many mistakes in those. Okay. Let's take this off, put it back where I can find it. We got a Kutzall bit there. Let's put this one back here. Now, Wix Aircraft sells these Kutzall bits. A bit that looks like this. This one's kind of loaded up, but this is the only time I'm going to tell you, don't buy it. Don't buy it because it don't fit. It's supposed to be 1/8 inch shank, and it must be metric because in order to get that bit to fit in there, you got to take the collet out, put the collet on it. Oh, now I guess I got it forced big enough. Yeah, it works, but it's not right. And it's not Wix that did it, it's Kutzall made it so. Unless I got an oddball one. I like shit that works without a big rigmarole. That's why I buy Snap-on. Okay, let's cut a piece of 1/2 inch. Glue it onto the front of that. Well, I was going to quit here, but might as well get it all caught up. Like I said, when I do stop the video here, I'm going to go to the garage and cut that phenolic on my table saw. I mean, I could do it in here, but it wouldn't be perfect. Like I told you, I like perfect. Perfect. And we're not gonna notch it. We're just gonna lay it on top. Yeah, we'll sand it to shape. Sando the bando. And I didn't get up till late today. I got up early, decided I'd go back to sleep. I didn't get up till noon. Must have needed the sleep. Still got quite a bit to get off there. My sleep pattern's kind of screwed up. I can't go to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. There we go. That's how much I miss by. So we'll cut a new filler that's 1/2 inch, or I don't know, I could just cut a small piece. I don't have to deal with all that. The same length, isn't it? Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna go to the garage. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, join, become a paid member. That helps out. It's $4.95 a month. Time to time, I do I'm going to start doing every Wednesday a members only meeting, and time to time I do members only videos. Might do a members only giveaway. Helps the channel, helps me out, keeps me in glue. Costs a lot of money to do this stuff. I don't have a job anymore, not working. Alrighty, we'll see you in a bit, about 5 o'clock. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.